Good afternoon. So as you can see, we are ready to hitch the sprayer onto the 6.4 again. As I said yesterday, I had to hook it off for feeding the cattle, and I'm just going to go now and finish off the bit of winter barley spraying that has to be done. So yeah, I'm going to video just hitching it up, and I'll show you just what some of the connections are on the back of it. It is fairly straightforward, so but still I'll go through what has to be done while linking it up. Just before we do that, a lot of questions about the 2850 and how it's progressing. And 2850 is done. It needs to be washed and a little bit of a polish, which we're hoping will take place this weekend. And then it'll be the following week then, which will be next week, we'll be using it when we're doing the land rolling. We'll be using it while rolling the silage ground and hay ground. So it'll be out getting some use then, and I'll take a proper video of it and plenty of footage of it when I'm taking it out and while we're using it. So for anyone asking about the 2850, that's what's happening with it. But it's all done, so it's just a matter of cleaning it up and waiting for the time now to use it. Right, so we'll hook on the sprayer. The first connections that I have to make on it is we've two electrical connections, and we'll stick them on first. First thing we'll do is we'll move the sprayer up a little bit closer to the tractor. So the first connection we'll stick on is the light connection, so it's pretty straightforward. Then we have our control electrical connection that goes to the control box inside in the cab, so we'll fish it through there and we'll set it in there. We can connect that then once we get into the tractor. Now our third service is also used for the pickup hitch, for extending the pickup hitch. So we'll disconnect it just for the moment, and this is in there in the holder, and that'll allow us to get ready for making all the oil connections. We'll maybe just move the PTO shaft down out of the way for the minute. We'll connect it once we get a little bit closer to the tractor. So first connections we'll take them all out. There's 6 hoses altogether. So the first ones we'll make is the two yellows. The two yellows are for connecting. They're for the up and down on the boom. So whenever you want to raise the boom, you just pop them in. Now, so the first two, number 1 goes in the bottom, so we'll push it in first. So it's fairly straightforward, hopefully. Now, so that's them two. The next one now is the 2 green connections, and what they do is they're for folding out. They fold out the booms, so fold in and out the booms. So we'll just get them now round into position. Now that one comes around there. Now, so this is number 2, so that's the top one. So we'll put this one here in first. So that one's now connected. And the last one then, these are the leveling connections. So what these do is, if you were walking on a hill, you can pull the lever back and it'll kind of sway the booms left or right, up or down. So that's what they're for. Don't have to use those that awfully often, but still very handy to have them. So we'll just get those connected in as well. Now, so that's all those connected. Now, we'll just slide the sprayer forward a little bit further. Now, and we'll make our PTO connection. So it's all fairly straightforward. It's just a matter of, once you know what you're doing and hook it on a few times, it's all very straightforward. Right, so the next thing we'll do is we'll start the tractor. Now, so we have the sprayer on and on the tractor. I didn't have to do anything with the arms. I had them leveled from yesterday, so that end of it's okay. So the next thing we have to do now is the wheels. We have to take the wheels off for use. Well, let's see if I can do this one-handedly. They'll fall to the ground, but it'll not make much difference. Now, so it's one side there, the back wheel comes off. Same this side. And then this leg here for transport or for use comes round and just clicks in there like so. So fairly straightforward. So once you do that, then as you can see, it's all folded up and done. It's all out of the way. So I'll just do the same now on the other leg and take the two wheels off, and we'll be ready then to go fill it. It's fairly easy this with measures, because it's just everything has to go in. Usually you'd have to be measuring it out, but not today. So just left the yard a couple of minutes, and I'm en route into the field where I have to do the bit of spraying for ourselves first. It's a beautiful day, it's a lovely bright sunny day. It's not overly warm, but it's just really nice, and ideal conditions for the job. You might have noticed I was just able to empty the contents of each can into the sprayer's induction bowl. Doesn't happen too often like that. You usually have to measure out and make sure that you have the right amounts in to do the acreage that you're doing. But no, it was just a matter of tip all the cans into the induction bowl and get it into the sprayer. So couldn't have been any better. So yeah, take about 10 minutes now just to get into the field, and when I get in there I'll take a little bit of footage when I'm spraying. So so we've got the headland out of it now. I've done the full round around the headlands, that's done, and I'm just on the first width up the field now. Yeah, the first thing I noticed about this is it's responded really well to the fertilizer that was put on a number of weeks back. Done really well. The one problem with this was that it was sown slightly shy on the seed. So we have got in the sprays today, we have got a growth regulator to try and help to tiller it out. What other sprays have we got? There's a couple of herbicides in it, there's a fungicide, and then there's trace element spray as well. So we've got a few different sprays going today. We've also got something for wild oats. There's a spray for wild oats. This land was always very susceptible to wild oats, and even driving around you can see the thicker or taller leaf of the wild oat. So yeah, we're spraying for that today as well. Try and get that killed now at this early stage. But yeah, it's not too bad. There is a few weeds through it. I can see some dockings through it. A little bit of grass. Can't really see. Maybe a few bits of chickweed here and there as well. But it's not terribly bad. But yeah, ideal conditions now just to get it sprayed. There's a little breeze, but nothing that'll make any difference. We've got the nozzles we have on the sprayer. They are well, they're just a brown nozzle, that's what I know them as. I'm no expert on the sprayer nozzles, but the brown nozzle, the droplets from it are slightly bigger and are more suitable to like windy conditions. It was actually a potato man that we buy rubbish potatoes off that told us about that, and told us there was an option on what kind of nozzles we could get on the sprayer when we were ordering it, but it was him that told us to get the brown nozzle. He says it's the best, so we got that, and it's very good. With this little breeze you can just see it, the spray is just going straight down, so it does handle the breeze fairly well. It won't take very long to spray this field, about 10 minutes, a little more than 10 minutes will do the 12 acres. It'll not be long going through it. Yeah, so maybe try and set the camera up a couple of positions, try and get a wee bit of footage, and we take it from there.